Hi everyone, I'm Daniela, and today I'm going to show you how to make the easiest small batch jam recipe from start to finish. I'm even going to show you how to sterilize your jars. I promise it's not that hard. To make this recipe really easy, I'm going to explain the science of jam, so you don't have to have 3 kilos of fruit and make 20 jars of jam. You can just make 1 or 2. So let's get started. You'll want to start by preheating your oven to 140 degrees Celsius or 275 degrees Fahrenheit. This is how we're going to sterilize our jars.
Wash your jars and lids in hot soapy water, making sure to rinse off all of the soap. There's no need to dry them. We're going to pop them into the oven.
After your jars have been in the oven for about 10 minutes, you'll want to turn off the heat, but do not open the oven. You want the jars to stay nice and hot so that when we pour in that hot jam, we don't get any thermal shock or cracking.
Give your peaches a good wash. The skin of the peaches doesn't really break down when you cook it, so make sure to peel them. If you want a pinky hue to your jam, you can tie your peach skins up in a piece of cheesecloth and let it cook in the jam. If you'd like to learn how to make this jam with berries, check out my recipe linked in the description below. Pit and chop your peaches. This is my least favorite job, getting the pits out of the fresh, early summer peaches. Peaches that grow later in the season will be easier to pit. Chop your peaches into small pieces. This will allow them to cook down so that you have a smoother jam. If you like chunky jam, you can leave larger chunks of peach. You want to weigh your fruit after you've peeled and pitted it. My chopped peaches weighed in at 500 grams.
Here's an interesting thing about jam. There are regulations in the UK that to be called jam, it must have equal parts sugar to fruit. Well, we don't always want all of that additional sugar in our body, so I'm going to show you how to do it with a little bit less sugar, and it still works perfectly every time. We're using a 4:3 ratio, so 4 parts fruit to 3 parts sugar. Whatever the total combined weight of fruit you have, you'll want to divide by 4, and then times that by 3, and that's the weight of sugar that you want.
So if we do our jam math, we're going to divide 500 by 4, which is 125 grams. Then we'll times it by 3, equaling 375 grams. And that's how much sugar we need.
You'll also want to add half a tablespoon of lemon juice per 100 grams of fruit. This causes the fruit to release its pectin and gives that jam that nice thick consistency that we're looking for. It also helps to preserve the jam so that it doesn't go bad on our pantry shelves. I'll make sure to write all of the ratios in the description below if it's easier for you to understand it that way.
We need to add 2.5 tablespoons of lemon juice to our fruit and sugar. To add a little extra seasoning, I'm adding in a cinnamon stick and a bay leaf.
I've popped a little saucer in my fridge, and I'll show you exactly how you'll know when your jam is ready.
Set your heat to medium-low and start stirring your sugar and fruit together. We're not looking to cook the fruit very much at this stage. We just want to get that sugar to a liquid state. You'll be able to hear and feel the sugar as you drag your spoon across the bottom of the pot. Once all of the sugar has dissolved, turn the heat up to high to start boiling your mixture. Once your jam is boiling so much that the bubbles don't go away when you're stirring it, set your timer for 7 minutes. You'll want to stir pretty regularly at this stage. You don't want anything burning to the bottom of your pot. After 7 minutes, your jam will have started to thicken up and it will actually have reduced a little bit in the pot. Drop a little bit of jam on a cold plate that you've taken out of the fridge. If you tilt the plate on its side and the jam doesn't run off and it's started to set up, that's when you know it's done. Remove the jam from the heat, and I'm just going to fish out the bay leaf and the cinnamon stick. I'm going to put a fresh one in the jars.
If you like jam, make sure to hit that like button. And while you're there, subscribe as well, because I come out with a new video every week.
Remove your hot jars from the oven and pour the jam straight into them while they're still warm.
Once you've closed your jars, let them cool completely before putting them in your pantry. They'll keep on your pantry shelf for about 6 months, and once you've opened them, you'll want to store them in the fridge and eat it within 2 to 3 weeks. It's a great way to use fruit that's going off, and it's a perfect way to use fruit that you found at the supermarket that's on sale. And if you love peaches like I do, you have to try my classic Italian peach cookie recipe. This jam would make an amazing filling for those cookies. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.